Ever wondered what happens when a billionaire wants to fly under the radar? Forget the loud, flashy supercars you see all over social media. The real titans of industry, the tech moguls, the quiet old money families. They have a secret garage filled with cars you've probably never even heard of. These aren't just cars. They are masterpieces of engineering designed for one purpose: to be invisible. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the world of silent supercars, the understated beasts that offer all the performance without any of the shouting. Why do the ultra-rich crave automotive silence? Stick around, because the answer is more fascinating than you think. Let's start with a concept that seems like a contradiction. The sleeper car. On the outside, it looks like a regular, maybe even boring, family sedan. But under the hood, it's a monster. Take the Audi RS6 Avant. To most people, it's just a station wagon, maybe for a family trip to the grocery store. But to those in the know, it's a 600 horsepower, twin-turbo V8 beast that can launch from 0 to 60 in about 3 seconds. A billionaire can drive this to a board meeting, drop the kids off at their exclusive private school, or hit the racetrack, all without raising a single eyebrow. It's the ultimate if you know car. There's no giant wing, no aggressive body kit, just pure, unadulterated power hiding in plain sight. This is the first clue into the mindset of the discreetly wealthy. It's not about showing off to everyone. It's about having the best, without needing the validation. Another perfect example of this philosophy is the Volkswagen Phaeton W12. You might be thinking, a Volkswagen supercar? Really? And that's exactly the point. The Phaeton was the passion project of Ferdinand Piëch, the legendary chairman of the Volkswagen Group. His goal was to build the best luxury car in the world, one that could rival a Rolls-Royce or a Bentley, but without the ostentatious badge. The W12 version packed a 12-cylinder engine, the same basic architecture you'd find in a Bentley Continental GT. It had an air suspension so advanced it felt like you were floating on a cloud, and the interior was a work of art, crafted with the finest wood and leather. The car was so over-engineered and so expensive. To build that, Volkswagen reportedly lost a fortune on every single one they sold. But for the billionaire who owned one, it was perfect. It was a Bentley in a VW suit. You could park it anywhere, and no one would give it a second glance. It's the automotive equivalent of wearing a $10,000 watch that looks like a $30 Casio. Now let's talk about the supercars that are quiet by design, not just by disguise. The pursuit of silence in a high-performance car is one of the most difficult engineering challenges. It goes against the very nature of a powerful internal combustion engine, which is basically a controlled explosion machine. To make a car quiet, you need extensive sound-deadening material, which adds weight. You need sophisticated exhaust systems with special valves and chambers, which adds complexity. And you need incredible aerodynamic efficiency to minimize wind noise at high speeds. One of the masters of this is Bentley. A Bentley Flying Spur is a true hyperlimo. It can reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour. Yet inside, the cabin is so quiet, you can have a conversation in a whisper. The engineers use acoustic glass, triple-sealed doors, and active noise cancellation technology, similar to what you find in high-end headphones, to create a sanctuary of calm. This is why you see so many CEOs and heads of state being chauffeured in Bentleys. They can conduct sensitive business calls or simply decompress from a high-stakes meeting, all while traveling at supercar speeds. The silence isn't just a luxury, it's a tool. Another brand that has perfected the art of the silent supercar is Rolls-Royce. The name itself is synonymous with quiet luxury. When they launched the Rolls-Royce Phantom, their engineers had a goal they called the Embrace. The idea was that stepping into the car should feel like a warm, silent hug, completely isolating you from the chaos of the outside world. They used over 300 pounds of sound insulation. They even developed special silent seal tires that have a layer of foam inside to reduce road noise. The result is a car so quiet that, during testing, the engineers found the ticking of the analog clock on the dashboard was too loud, so they had to re-engineer that too. This is a level of obsession with silence that is almost unbelievable. For the owner, this silence is the ultimate status symbol. It says, I am so powerful, I don't need to hear the world. The world needs to be quiet for me. But what about the cars you've truly never heard of? Let's venture into the world of boutique and bespoke manufacturers. These are companies that build only a handful of cars a year, specifically for their ultra-discreet clientele. Take a brand like Bristol Cars, a former British aircraft manufacturer. For decades, they built unassuming, handmade Grand Tour. Their cars, like the Bristol Fighter, had Viper-derived V10 engines and could hit incredible speeds, but their design was intentionally understated, almost eccentric. They didn't advertise, they didn't have a network of flashy dealerships. You had to go to their one showroom in London. Their clients were a secret society of sorts: musicians, artists, and industrialists who valued privacy above all else. Owning a Bristol was like being part of an exclusive club that nobody else knew existed. Another fascinating case is the Genesis G90. Now, Genesis is the luxury division of Hyundai, and while they're becoming more well-known, they still fly under the radar compared to the German giants. The G90 is their flagship sedan, and it is a masterpiece of quiet refinement. Chauffeur drive mode that softens the suspension and smooths out the throttle response to ensure the passenger in the back is never disturbed. It has noise-canceling technology that pipes opposing sound waves through the stereo system to eliminate engine and road noise. A tech billionaire could buy a Genesis G90 for a fraction of the price of a Maybach, get 95% of the luxury and silence, and most importantly, attract zero unwanted attention. It's a smart, calculated choice. It's a choice that prioritizes personal experience over public perception. This brings us to the core question: why this obsession with silence and subtlety? First, there's the issue of security. When you are worth billions, you are a target. Driving a neon green Lamborghini is like painting a giant bullseye on your back. It screams, "I am rich." A silent, understated car, like a high-spec Audi or a Genesis, allows a billionaire to move through the world without attracting the wrong kind of attention from paparazzi, kidnappers, or just general troublemakers. It's a practical defense mechanism. Second, it's about mental peace. The lives of these individuals are incredibly hard. They're making decisions that affect thousands of employees and billions of dollars. Their car is one of the few places where they can be truly alone, disconnected from the constant demands of their world. The silence of a Rolls-Royce or a Bentley isn't just an absence of noise. It's a presence of calm. It's a space to think, to breathe, to recharge. You can't do that when a V12 engine is screaming behind your head. Third, and perhaps most importantly, it's about a different kind of status. When you've reached a certain level of success, you no longer need to prove anything to anyone. The desire to show off with loud colors and loud noises fades away. The new status symbol becomes taste, discretion, and an appreciation for a true craftsmanship. Owning a car that is an engineering marvel of silence and subtlety is a statement to oneself and to a very small circle of peers who understand. It as a move away from "look at me too, I know what I have." It's the difference between new money and old money, between shouting and whispering. And now, the trend is moving towards the ultimate silent supercar, the electric hypercars like the Rimac Nevera or the Pininfarina, Battista for performance that is simply mind-bending. We're talking almost 2,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. Yet, they do it in near total silence, with just a futuristic hum. This is the new frontier. A billionaire can now have the most extreme performance on the planet, with the utmost discretion. They can unleash the power of a fighter jet on a back road, and the only thing anyone will hear is the wind and the tires on the pavement. This is the final evolution of the silent supercar, where performance and stealth are no longer a compromise, but a perfect synergy. So the next time you're on the road, keep an eye out for that boring-looking station wagon or that unassuming black sedan. Don't be so quick to dismiss it. It might just be a 700 horsepower monster, driven by someone who could buy and sell the entire street. In the world of the ultra-rich, the loudest statement is often silence. The cars they choose are a reflection of a life lived beyond the need for attention, where the ultimate luxury isn't being seen, but being invisible. Thanks so much for watching. What's the most surprising silent supercar you've learned about today? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look into the secret world of billionaire garages, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next deep dive. See you in the next one.